Hey, 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 it's Matt Fraser, the Psychic Medium. I am live right now. All right, come on in, tap your screen. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I'm going to share with you something that might be going on with you right now. How many of you, leave it in the comments, have been receiving messages, but you don't know where they're from? Maybe you've been feeling like you're pulled to do something. Maybe it's a little bit of a nudge. Maybe it's a constant nagging where you have this inner thought, this inner feeling that you have to do something, be somewhere, contact someone, and you're like, it won't go away. What is going on? What is happening? Where did these thoughts come from? And it's like driving you crazy. Well, what I want you to know is that this is your psychic ability at work. This is the way that your loved ones in spirit, your angels and your spirit guides are working through you and for you. And it's not there all the time, but when there's something that's big that's happening within our life, your angels appear, your loved ones appear, your spirit guides appear. You know, what's really interesting is that sometimes you might go through periods of not feeling your loved ones, not sensing your loved ones, not realizing that they're there. But the thing is that when something big happens within your life, when something takes over your life and you're like, I really need help, I really need guidance, well, that's when the intuitive messages start coming in. And you might think you're a little bit crazy. You might think that you're kind of talking to yourself, but instead it's actually messages from spirit. So I'm going to talk to you all about this. I see that Dustin is here. I see that K Queen is here. I see that Connie is here. I see that Michelle is here. Who else is here? Kai Blue is here. All right. I also see, guys, if you're here with me right now, do me a favor right here in the chat. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Let me know that you guys are here. Oh my God, Avril's here from Scotland. I love that. Martha is here. I see Cindy's here. Miri Mara is here. I just got done doing a live online group reading right here in this office, and it was incredible. The messages that came through today were nothing short of amazing. But I want to share with you, I felt like I had to share with you this message that came through today that brought so much clarity. And I felt like I need to show this to you for all of you who have been feeling those little intuitive nudges, because everything that I've learned as a psychic medium hasn't been from reading books. It hasn't been from researching online. It's been from your loved ones in spirit. Every time I do a reading, I'm learning something new. I'm learning something about the other side, the afterlife, how our loved ones are communicating with us, the signs they send, and so much more. If there's one thing I can tell you, it's that you're a medium in your own way. Spirit, angels, loved ones will find a way to speak through you even when you don't know what to look for. So come on in. I want to share with you this story, okay? I just got done reading a woman that all of a sudden started to get these intuitive nudges. Let me back up a little bit. So here's what happened. There was this woman who came to my online reading. Apparently she attended 9 online readings before, has never gotten a message. So for 9 online readings she attended, hoping to hear a message from her grandmother. And again, she attended and she never heard a message. Now, when she attended these online readings, even though nobody stepped forward for her, she found something that she gravitated to in every single reading. In every single reading that she had been to, there was something that she learned about the spirit world, something that she learned about the other side, something that she learned about the afterlife. And what she didn't realize is that as she attended every single online reading, there was something that was happening. She was opening up her own psychic ability. She was opening up her own psychic phone line. She was opening up her own connection with the other side. Because here's the thing, you're connected. You started off as a soul in heaven. You were born here in this world, and you always have that connection with the afterlife. So even though there's times when you're not using it, even though there's times when you're not sensing the messages or feeling the messages have a way to come through to you and to connect with you. So I want to let you know that this woman attended 9 online readings, didn't hear a message, and then something happened. But before she attended today's online reading, she got a phone call that her dad had cancer. She had a phone call, got a phone call that her dad needed help, and she started to make the decision to go and to take care of her father. All of a sudden, she started to get these intuitive messages, right? Something kept telling her, you need to stop what you're doing, move to your dad, take care of your dad, go to where your father is. Her dad was telling her, it's okay, I don't need you to be there for me. But there was something inside of her that just kept saying, go. You need to go. You need to be there for your dad. Move, get out of your house, get there, go there, get there as fast as you can, take care of him, be there for you, be there for him. She kept feeling these nudges. She kept feeling these intuitive messages. And she's like, where is this coming from? What is happening? What is happening around me? Well, guess what? Today, she was the very first person that got read at today's online reading. And the moment that she tuned in, I saw her, and I saw her grandmother who had never come through before. And her grandmother immediately knew of this situation. And guess what? her grandmother validated that she was the one sending her these amazing messages from the spirit world. And guess what? It wasn't just her grandmother that was there. There was also another soul that was there that showed me that he was there and watching over her. And at first she thought like I flubbed the reading. At first she thought like Matt is completely off. There's no way. Because I saw that there was this man that was here that was also watching over her that she had been friends with that had a secret crush on her. And she was like, Matt, there's no way I'm gay. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? She's like, well, I'm not attracted to males like that. Like I can't have someone like that around me. Well, she was in for the shock of her life because he had told me how he had died, who he was. And immediately she couldn't believe that his soul had come through. So I don't want to tell you about this reading. I want to share with you this reading. And by the way, this was not a private reading. This was an online group reading. If you haven't been to an online group reading, it's just under $30. You go to my website, sign up, and the moment that you're there, I pull up family after family after family, depending on what soul spoke to me. Some people get read right away. Sometimes it takes some time for your loved ones to come through. But take a look. This just happened a few moments ago during this afternoon's online reading. Oh my God, this reading literally is giving me the chills. Take a look. I want you to see this because I feel like there's a reason why you need to see this, because there's a way that your loved ones are looking after you. All right, you ready? Take a look at this. Country Patty, where are you right now?
I'm in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Oh, you're in Tennessee. Perfect. I am so glad that you're here. So first of all, the moment that I'm connecting with you, there's a couple different souls that are here and that are with you. So first of all, the moment I was connecting, your grandmother is here. She shows me she's been like a guardian angel with you within life. She shows me like from when you were younger to the moment she passed away, she's been here and with you. And she kept going like this to me. Matt, she was like my daughter. She was like my daughter. That was like my daughter. And that's how she was coming through to me. And that's why she immediately grabbed my attention. But when I'm speaking to her, she also just showed me her putting the nurse's hat on you and about the way that you've gone and taken care of everybody around you. Your grandmother just said to me, Matt, she's like me. She doesn't know when to stop. She takes care of everybody. She takes care of everybody. And your grandmother just said to me that she wants to thank you for the way that you have gone and put yourself out there for your family, the way that you've held them together, the way that you've been there for everybody. And your grandmother said that she's the one who's been sending you strength on the other side. She also just said to me that her best memories of you were back when you were a little girl, because she's showing me about those being the moments that she remembers. And she's also telling me when I'm connecting this. Was there a connection with an adoption? Was somebody adopted, or did your grandmother or someone take in other kids that weren't theirs?
She will always be taking care of all the kids around. And we had actually, yeah, I know what you're talking about. And there was this lady that she started working for my mother, and she pretty much helped raise her as well.
Okay. Because when I'm connecting, your grandmother said to me that you have so many qualities like she had. Like you, and I feel like your mom says this to you, and like your family says this to me, says this to you, like you're like your grandmother. You remind her of herself. And she's telling me like the same way your grandmother, like people would be sitting at your table that you didn't know that she felt like she needed to feed or be there for. She tells me that you're that same way. But your grandmother was also saying to me that at the same time, you also have to balance yourself as well. She goes, you can take care of other people, but also make sure that you're taking care of you. And she shows me that. She's also telling me right now that it's been very hard for you because you've been splitting your time with family. And she's telling me that there's been some illness that you've been dealing with certain family members. And she's talking about you having to be a caretaker right now. Is that true?
Um, my father was just diagnosed with cancer.
Okay.
He hasn't started treatment, but once he starts, I need to fly and move to North Carolina for a few to help with
So
him.
do you see how they know? Do you see how your loved ones know? So she's telling me about, she put the nurse's hat on you right away and said, this is going to be the role that you're taking. And your grandmother shows me about the way that you're flying out there, right? The way that you're going to be living with him and staying with him to help with these treatments. And she says to me that she shows me the visits of you needing to go back and forth to the hospital. She's showing me about helping him with treatments. And your grandmother says to me, you're not doing this alone. You're not doing this alone. She's there and with you. So she's telling me that she, first of all, wants to let you know that as you're going through all of this, and as you're upping and making all of these changes within your life, she just said to me that your dad appreciates this more than you even know. He's very nervous. He's very scared because he doesn't want all the attention on him. That's not what he likes. But your grandmother just said to me, you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. And she's also telling me when I'm connecting that, this is something that your dad doesn't realize how much he's going to need your help right now. He thinks he can do everything himself. He thinks like it's going to be fine. But I keep seeing this also affecting his digestional tract for some reason. So I don't know if that's where the cancer is or if that's what it's affecting. But she's talking about like him not being able to eat or not wanting to eat and about him being very weak through the treatments. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he has an ulcer, so that's probably it.
That's going to be what it is, because I keep seeing him losing a lot, being very weak, not because of the cancer itself, but like I said, from not wanting to eat. There's something to do with not wanting to eat and you having to be there and help him, because your loved ones can see what's going to happen in the future, right? And they can see the role that you're going to play. So right now, she shows me that you're like in this fork in the road. Like, am I making the right decision? Do I go there? Do I take care of him? Do I stop everything? Do I really need to do this? Or am I doing this prematurely? And your grandmother's saying, no, listen to yourself. Because you've been getting these little nudges where you feel like, I gotta go, I gotta be there. Not because he's your father, but because of the fact that you just feel it. You just feel like you need to be there for him. And when you get those messages are actually from your loved ones in spirit. And your grandmother said she's the one that's been given that to you. She's the one that's been sending those to you.
Every time, every day.
She says to me, like, you go, you listen, don't listen to anybody else. You do what you have to do. And she's acknowledging that, because she's saying it's very important that you spend time with him and that you take this time to be there with your dad. And she goes, I'm going to be there with you every single step of the way. She goes, I will be with you and being a part of that. Now, what's also interesting, and I'm sorry to bring up too many personal things, but I got to tell you everything that they're telling me. Did you have issues at one point having kids or with pregnancy?
Yeah, I had a miscarriage.
Your grandmother was telling me that she was helping you through that as well. So I know that that was a really emotional part of your life. And I know that there was also issues, because she kept talking about issues with either getting pregnant or conceiving, because she's showing me issues in the beginning stages of pregnancy. And your grandmother kept saying to me, I was there, tell her it's okay, it's okay. And that soul that you lost is also there, because she showed me this little baby that's with your grandmother that's on the other side, letting you know that it's completely fine. She's there and the soul is here. I also have, which I don't understand that who I'm seeing here. You have a lot of people that are here that have died. I also have, which is a good thing. It's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing because we miss them and we love them. It's a good thing because we have all these souls that are watching over us. I also see this man that's coming forward that's like a brother to you that's here. It shows me that he wasn't by blood, but he was like a friend of yours. And I feel as though that there was also like a spark that was here, like a romantic spark.
Oh, well, I'm gay, so
Listen, this was way back in the day, and it doesn't have to be with you. It has to be with him. Like, I feel like doesn't matter if you're gay,
no,
if you're straight.
no, I know. I'm trying to think. I just can think of anyone that has any friend or that
I'm gonna
has
tell you what it is.
had.
She's telling me that he was from the neighborhood. He was from the neighborhood. So I feel like that it was a boy that either you grew up with and had since passed, but is there.
Oh God, I can't think
It's
of
okay.
it.
I'm asking you to think years back. Now, this is what gets so crazy when connecting with the other side, right? Is that you might be like, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm not sure, because, what happens is that you may have been close with them way back then, and then maybe you hadn't talked, or maybe that life just pulled you in a different direction. Those souls would still be there. But that soul is also here watching over you from the other side as well. And he passed pretty tragically. This looks to me like it was some type of either an automobile accident or like motorcycle accident, because I see this when I'm connecting, and somehow that soul is there.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. It was a good friend of mine. He died in a car accident when I lived in Venezuela.
He's there. And listen, you might be telling me you're gay, right? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that he thought differently, right? When I'm connecting
Oh
with
no,
him,
yeah, he had a crush on me. So yeah,
all right, so this is what I'm talking about. You see how people try to say that it's
listen,
wrong?
pay attention.
She went from telling me she didn't know this person, she was gay, so it couldn't be.
No. It's been so many years ago. Like I'm telling you, I have lived in the States for almost 30 years. So we're talking about 40 years ago, pretty much.
That's what I'm saying. And your grandmother's telling me he was like from the neighborhood of where you lived. Like he had like this crush on you and loved you. And I see that like at one point you were like brother and sister with one another. That's why I was confused, because she was telling me that never really moved into a relationship, right? Obviously, because you didn't have those feelings towards him, but there was still that closeness and that love. And he's with your grandmother. He's also watching over you from the spirit world.
Oh my God.
So please know that you have these souls that are here and with you. And this is what's so cool about coming to a medium. And so many people are like, man, I don't know who that is. I'm not sure. I don't know. Right. And then they'll write to me on Facebook afterwards and be like, oh my God, Matt, that was my so-and-so. And I didn't think it was so many years ago, but they never forget about you. So your grandmother just said, Patty, that one of the things that she wants to let you know is that all of those messages, all those little guidance, because you've been like, especially lately, she tells me that you've been feeling like you're psychic. You're like, who's sending me this information? I just
Yes.
feel this. I'm hearing this. I'm getting this. It's your grandmother. Your grandmother is sending those messages to you. So listen to it, trust it, pay attention to the
Oh,
signs, and know that she will always be there and by your side.
oh my God, I love you. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Is this your first time coming?
No, this is actually my 10th time, but I had gotten little messages from your other readings, like every single details. I'm paying attention. So there's a lot of details or comments that you have made on previous readings that it was them coming, my grandmother and my grandfather coming through. So
She's
you're
here. And I got
amazing.
to tell you this, what's so cool is that, sometimes our loved ones wait to come through. This is the perfect example, right? Because with those past readings, your dad had not been diagnosed yet. You hadn't been going through this whole change. So sometimes our loved ones will wait. Like, okay, if I deliver a message right now, it's not going to mean anything because these things haven't happened yet. Your grandmother, notice you're the first person I'm reading for today because you have all of these changes that have taken place in your life, all of these moves that you have to make. And your grandmother's saying, I'm the one that's sending you. I'm the one that's there. And I believe that she sent you to me for you to see all those readings and then for her to come through today to deliver that message. And she just said, pay attention when you're stressed, when you're worried, the guidance will come. It'll be from me. Because your grandmother shows me she believed in God. She believed in the other side. She believed in the afterlife. And she's the one that has taken this role of watching over you because you are like a caretaker like she was. And you remind her so much of herself.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm going to leave you with that.
Awesome. Thank you.
And then also at the same time, while I'm right here, oh my God, there's so many people talking to me right now. I keep seeing when I'm connecting. Hold on. Nicole, did you lose the father over there? Was that your dad that passed?
Yeah.
I kept hearing I'm the father. Go over there. Go over there. My family's here. My family's here. Hold on. Take a sip of my Dunkin' Donuts coffee here. Where are you guys right now?
New Jersey.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. You guys, that just happened. That was just, you can see I go from family to family to family. If you've never been to an online reading, it's incredible. People attend from all over, and then I do reading after reading after reading after reading. But I wanted to share this with you because here was a woman, right, that attended before, didn't hear a message. There was a reason for this. This is why your loved ones come through and why sometimes they don't. If she came, let's say that her grandmother came through, a couple weeks ago. Well, her grandmother wouldn't have had anything to say because there was nothing that was major that was going on within her life. But in the meantime, right? In the meantime, she attended today and something happened. Something happened in the last couple of weeks. Her dad was just diagnosed with cancer. She's deciding whether or not she needs to move and take care of her father. All of these things started to happen. And guess what? Her grandmother was the first in line saying, hey, I got you. I'm here and with you and I'm watching over you. So what I want you to know is those little messages that you're getting when you feel like, oh my God, someone's pulling me to do this. Someone's telling me to do this. I feel to do this and I don't know why. It's coming from someone. And in this case, she had no idea who was sending her these messages, but she knew she had to go there and take care of her dad, even though her dad was saying he didn't need help. It was her grandmother. Her grandmother was the one leading her, guiding her, and sending her there. And she also had these other souls, and she had no idea that was there and with her. Well, this is why I want to let you know. Sometimes you might attend an online reading and not hear from somebody. And that's okay because your loved ones wait. They plan on when they're going to come through because they know when you're really going to need to hear from them. And she got the message of a lifetime that changed everything for her. She went from scared and being nervous about her dad to realizing, oh my God, I'm not alone. My grandmother's here and with me. And it's amazing to feel that level of support, to feel like you're guided from the spirit world. So I know that so many of you are writing to me. Carrie's like, I need a message. I see Shannon's like, I need a message. I see so many of you saying, I really want a message. Well, what I want you to know is that all of the online readings for June have been sold out. But I want you to know that I just announced, if you go to my website and you click on online readings, you see right here, online readings, you will see that I'm doing only 3 online readings in July. Sunday, July 6th, Saturday, July 12th, and Sunday, July 13th. And if you go to reserve your spot, if you click on buy tickets, you'll see that it's less than $30 to attend an online group reading. And during these online reading events is where all of these people that you see getting messages, this is how they get them. People write to me all day long. I wish that everybody knew about this on my page. So many people write to me and they're like, nah, I'm so upset with you. You said you don't do private readings. And I just watched 5 people get a private reading. And I tried to tell them, no, those are not private readings. They're online group readings. And I can't tell you how many people won't sign up for an online reading because they hear the word online group reading and they won't attend. Or maybe they attend and they don't hear a message the first time and won't come back. When the time is right, your loved one will be there. And I got to tell you, this is why some people come and attend and they might come the first time, hear from their dad, come the second time, hear from their mom, come the third time and not hear from anybody, but come, a few months later and hear from somebody else. It all depends. But what I want you to know is that if you want to hear a message from a loved one, I don't do private readings anymore. The only way to come and join me is to go to my website, meetmattfrazier.com and click on online readings. So meetmattfrazier.com, click on online readings, because once you're there, you'll find, by the way, this is what it should look like. Let me go back so I can show you guys. So if you go to my website, meetmattfrazier.com, it looks like this. You'll be brought right to my website, and then you'll see online readings here and online readings up at the top. You click it, and you'll see I can only do 3 online readings in July. So like I said, July 6th, July 12th, and July 13th. And then on July 17th, this is not an online group reading to connect with loved ones, but on July 17th, I'm doing a special event. I've never done this before. It's going to be a night of messages from spirit guides. Your spirit guide is not someone that you know. It's not your mom. It's not your dad. It's not your sister. It's not your brother. It's not your great-grandfather. Your spirit guide was someone who was a human here on earth that passed away. Could have been a doctor here on earth, and now that they're in spirit, they're helping you because you're in the medical field. It could have been that your spirit guide was a singer and a songwriter who passed away that's helping you in your career now. That is a message from spirit guides. That's July 17th. It's going to be a reading, teaching, and question and answers event. It's a 2-hour-long event, July 17th. So if you want to connect with loved ones, you're going to come to either July 6th, July 12th, or July 13th. Or if you come to July 17th, that's when I'm going to be delivering messages from your spirit guides and from your loved ones in the spirit world. So meetmattfrazier.com, meetmattfrazier.com. That's where you can go to reserve your spot. But I need to warn you guys, these events will sell out. They're only kept to a limited amount of people. And once we're sold out, we're sold out. And I want to let you know that because I can't count how many people reached out to me today that's like, Matt, please get me into today's online reading. Please, I need to be there. Please, I was going to get tickets and I had them in my car and I forgot to check out or something happened. And sadly, I had to tell all those people no, because once we're capped, we're capped. So, and also all the online readings for June have sold out. I have these online readings they just added for July 6th, July 12th, and July 13th. So if you want to join me, just head to meetmattfrazier.com. And I hope you're there. And I hope that you'll bring your family there, because you never know when there's a message from spirit. And you'll never know how many people are there and watching you until you have the time to hear a message directly from that loved one in spirit. So today was that woman's grandmother, and so many other souls came through. We had a woman who had lost her mom that came through. We had a woman who had lost her ex-husband. She was shocked that her ex-husband came through. I mean, so many incredible readings. If you want to be there, the next one is July 6th. Just head to meetmattfrazier.com, meetmattfrazier.com before we're sold out. Make sure to reserve your spot. It's just under $30. And yes, you can attend from Canada, the UK, or anywhere in the United States. I hope to see you then. And in the meantime, trust in the signs. When you're going through a hardship, when you're going through a tough time, ask. Say, who's guiding me? Who's here? Send me a sign. I need help. And you'll be amazed at the ways that your loved ones respond. Remember, they speak to you and through you. You just have to remember and look for the signs that they use to reach you and recognize the ways that they're communicating with you.